What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Calibria Crystal Guardians video. Today, guys, we are doing the grind part 14, and this series is just flying by. But to anybody that's new to the channel, this is the series where we do my weekly progression and what I'm grinding and why for that week. So that's what we'll be doing today. We're going to be doing one LD summon because the other day I showed you guys an LD summon. I believe on Mick's account, I totally forgot to do his last LD. So we're going to do that today. We're going to be picking the winner for the random giveaway, which we'll get to that at the end of the video. So make sure you stay tuned to the end so you can see if you won this month's random giveaway. There's a bunch of questions that people have been asking me. So I'm also going to go over all those questions in this video as well. This way, just to, knock some of those out. This way people, have answers to their most asked question to Spaceball. So I figured that would be a good idea to do today as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't believe how fast this series is going by. We are already 14 weeks in, which is over 100 days. I feel like we just started playing this game yesterday. It's actually pretty insane if you think about how long we've actually been playing for. So first things first, we're going to go over the box. And everyone, more than one person, has been asking me, I have all of these 6 stars, and what am I using them for? Why do I have so many 6 stars? And where do I use the 6 stars that I have built? So what we're going to do is today I'm going to show you the monster. I'm going to tell you where I use it and why I built it. Like what was my reasonings for building that particular monster and where I use that monster. So Eve is first. Obviously Eve. Everybody wants Eve. Eve is usable everywhere. You can use her in lair with this skill right here. And then you can use her everywhere else with this skill right here. And the best part of this skill is that it doesn't take any skill ups or anything. It comes as is. So you can just use this skill. You don't have to use any skill cats. And it's a wonderful skill for lair. Pretty much lair mostly is what you're going to use this skill for. You probably can use it in some arena fights, depending on what you're doing in arena. But I mostly just use this skill in lair personally. But I'm sure other people find a use for it in arena as well. And I like to use this skill because it has the defense break. I know some people like to use this skill. I mean, if you have an AoE defense break, this skill does have a higher multiplier than this skill. But this skill hits 3 times, and this skill hits 2 times. So it always comes down to what your preference is. But this skill does have a higher multiplier. Now, Yaksha, I don't really use her too much anymore. If you look, I haven't even touched her runes. I used to use her in Vapor, and I use her for the burn spread for this right here. But now that I have so many other monsters, I really don't use her that much. When I do use her, I like to use her for the accuracy lead and for this burn spread right here. But I haven't really been using her. I used to use her in my first month of playing. I used to like to use her in my Vapor team, and she's very good for Vapor teams. She actually takes the place of Arcanus very well. But lately, I haven't really been using her too much. Now Zeus, again, he's another archive, so he's something that you're going to use pretty much throughout the whole game. Zeus is awesome because he hits really hard. If you get good runes on him, like decent runes, he doesn't need much speed. He just needs good attack, good crit damage, good crit rate. And you can use this man anywhere, and he is just an amazing AoE damage nuker. I like to use him on all nuke skills, attacks all enemies. If I use him in arena, which I need to skill this up, I like to use this passive right here, because then he takes away the attack buff, and he actually shuts out cleave teams pretty well. So I like to use this skill if I'm going to use him in arena. I don't really use him in arena too much right now because Spaceballs doesn't really push arena that much, guys. And I know I should, especially for my totems, but I really don't push it as much as I should be. And then we got Athena. Now she's in my new lair team at the moment. I'm working on the Bone King team, but for now I put her in the team because she works very well. I actually like her in the team. I want to get some skill ups into this skill right here. But she's very good. She's good anyway. You can pretty much take Athena and insert her in any team that you have to add some damage and maybe get a defense buff and a immunity buff. So she's just one of those monsters that you could pretty much insert into any one of your teams, and she's going to do a good job. So I do really like her, especially because she's free to play. You get her from doing your guild battles. So over time you'll get her for free. So she's pretty much a free to play friendly monster, which makes her even better. Now Arthur, I don't really use him too much. The only place I use this guy is in Guild Wars. He's really good for Guild Wars because of this skill right here. He stops, you know, lawful, chaotic, and evil from taking, you know, massive damage. So I pretty much just use him in Guild Wars. I know there's other places for him, but he was just one of those things I built because he's an LD, and you're just gonna build all your LDs. And that's the same for Cupid. Boxer, when I was early game, I used her everywhere, and she can be used everywhere. She is really good because if you have her on a Berserk set, she can just keep proccing into her skill 2, her skill 3, her skill 1, and then back and forth. I've seen her take like 16 to 25 turns, pretty much like the Olger. But now that I'm getting later game, I only really use her in Guild Wars. I'm not gonna lie to you. Same thing with the Mermaid. I use her in Arena, and I use her in Guild Wars. She's not gonna be that effective for me until I get this skill, you know, fully skilled up. Once I get it fully skilled up, I'm sure I'm gonna use her a lot more. But for now, I just kind of use her here and there in Guild Wars. Now the same goes for Masashi. I don't really use him that much. I used to use him a lot early game, again, because I didn't have other nukers. But now that I have Eve and I have Zeus, I mostly just use him in Guild Wars. So I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys when I tell you where I'm using these monsters. Azura, I use him everywhere pretty much. All Arena, all Guild Wars. He's not that great in, you know, Colossus, but he's good in Vapor. He's good everywhere else. So I pretty much use him everywhere. And he's another archive monster that you'll eventually unlock. Loki, SS tier, I use him absolutely everywhere. Thanos, just everywhere. You guys know that. He's broken. I use him everywhere. And I want to start using him for his other skills. I use him as a nuker right now, but I want to start using him with these skills here because these skills seem like they can be really fun and effective in arena defense and stuff like that. Cleo, the same thing. I use her everywhere. She is one of those monsters. She's like a high IQ monster where if you put her with the right team, she's going to shine. So she's just amazing. We use her everywhere. Hattori, I only use for level 100 Vapor Hard, the Abyss Lord. It's the only thing I use him for. Ripper, I don't use him at all right now. I just use him in Guild Wars. Sometimes I slap some runes on him and I throw him in a Guild Wars team. But other than that, I don't really use him that much. He could be good in Colossus and stuff because he has bleeds and stuff like that. He has the kit. But for me, I just have so many other options. I don't really use him too much. Pirate, I'm actually working on a second Pirate. I like him because he ignores defense on his first skill. And we're going to build a free-to-play Hydra team, which is coming any day now. Once I get the second one built, and it's going to have 2 Pirate captains in that team. So look for that coming in the future. Una, I use her in Lair, and I use her in Guild Wars because she has a turn meter boost, attack up, and a defense up. She's just amazing. She's a great monster. Celine, pretty much just Vapor. Pretty much Vapor and Guild War defense. I mean, Guild War defenses. That's really it. I have her slow because I use her as my Vapor tank. But other than that, I don't really use her too much. Elven Queen, SS tier. We use her everywhere. You guys know that. She's amazing. If you have her, use her. Pretty much Dragoon, Archmage, Arcanist, and Druid is the same. They're all they're usable anywhere, any part of the game. It doesn't matter. They're amazing. Build them, use them. You guys know that they're like my most used monsters. Now, Paladin, I pretty much built for Guild Wars. Same with Shield Guardian. And I built the other girl too. I forgot her name, but I think the Chemist or something like that. Because these two reflect damage. And then the Paladin heals. And it's just a great team. I faced it like a couple weeks back. And it kept destroying me because of all the reflect damage. So I pretty much built that myself. And Paladin's usable anyway. He's a really good healer. And he's just good to have built. Holy Swordsman's. Again, you could pretty much use in any dungeon. I mostly use them in Lair. But it's totally up to you where you want to use them. Let me just click these so you guys can see the overall stats. Even though I pretty much show this stuff all the time. Mountain King, I don't really use him. I only wanted him for Eve. Again, I only use him in Guild Wars. I know he's a good nuker, but I just have better between Zeus and Eve. Same thing with Phantom Wolf. I just use him as a speed lead for my lawful units for my Una. Other than that, I don't use him that much. Windwalker, usable everywhere. I have like 5 built in my storage. I'll show you in a second. Because it's so good to have a bunch of them for speed teams for Guild Wars. And she's amazing all over the game. You can use her anywhere. Golem, Lair. Golem is just a Lair monster. He's just so good in the Lair. Garuda, I don't use him. Guild Wars only. I just built him because he's a 5-star. Popo, I used to use him early game. Don't use him anymore. I barely even use him in Guild Wars anymore. Sometimes here and there. But I feel like he looks better on paper than what he truly is. He's a good monster, don't get me wrong. It's just there's just something about him that just doesn't stick sometimes. Shaman, great everywhere, awesome. Fallen Angel's great in Guild Wars because he has a speed lead. So that's pretty much all I use him for. Luna is Guild War monster. Medusa is broken. You know that. You can use her absolutely anywhere in the game. Princess I usually use on defense for a strip. Other than that, I don't really use her too much. Early game, I used to use her in dungeons because she has an HP lead. So she is good for that. Enchantress, she is just all around great monster. All her skills. She's good for a speed lead. She's good for a damage dealer. You could pretty much use her in any way. I built 2 so I can have 1 on damage and 1 as a speed, like just super speedy. Vampire, I've been using in Arena to silence all of those passives and Guild Wars, but mostly Arena I built him for. Now the Centaur is great for Fallen Angel, Vapor, Floor, Hard, 90, because you use like a tank like Selene, you use him, he stops your tank from dying. So that Angel can just keep hitting your tank over and over again, and then you just have a healer, and your tank will never ever die having the Centaur on your team. Him I built for Minotaur Chief. I built for free-to-play stuff. I'm not really using him too much right now. Eventually when I get this skilled up, I will start using him for some free-to-play stuff to show you guys. Jungle Heart, just Lair. I only use her in Lair and sometimes Guild Wars. My Troll Lancers, these are both for Guild Wars. You just stack HP and attack, which I just put conflict runes on them. HP and attack, and these guys hit like a truck. They can pretty much one-shot anything. Goblin, I don't use him. I don't use him because I just have so much other stuff. But I sometimes I do slap runes on him, and I use them in Guild Wars. But other than that, I don't use him too much because I just have better stuff. I have the Lynch. I have 2 Archmages. I don't really need. I just kind of grew out of the Goblin. Genie, I've been trying to find a place for him. I've been using him on Arena as control, just taunt, and then I try to use this, but I just always feel like I have a better option. But he is really good control. He does have really good control, especially for Guild Wars, because he has taunt, and then he has this, you know, negate damage. So he is very good for control. Bone King, broken. You can use him anywhere. Lair is one of the best places, but you can pretty much use this guy anywhere and just stacks damage. He's great. Flame Spirits is pretty much just nukers. Oh, I skipped over Iron. I don't really use Ironheart that much. Again, he's just Guild Wars. I only use him in Guild Wars. I know he's good and you can use him in Arena and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't use him that much. The Flame Spirits, I need to work on them. I never use them. I only use them in Guild Wars, but I need to get better runes on them for sure. I'm definitely sleeping on my Flame Spirits. I just wanted to rune my Eve, my Zeus, so I worried about them first, but now I'm going to start focusing on my Flame Spirits. They're very good nukers, especially if we have 2 on the same team. You pretty much one-shot anything. Wisp, 100% strip on her 3rd skill. She's amazing. She's probably one of the best strippers in the game because she's got 100% chance to strip all buffs, which is very good to have. Abyss Lord, I don't really use them that much. Again, I used to use them in Vapor and in my debuff teams, but I don't use debuff teams anymore because I pretty much like one-shot everything, especially bosses, because I have HP damage, you know, damage that's based off of maxed HP. So I kind of grew out of him as well. He's really good though. He's got like, especially for like Guild Wars, because he strips every time he takes a turn. Spider Queens, again, I use them in Arena for like the passive, and I use them at Guild Wars. Spider Queen is amazing. She really is. I kind of sleep on her because she has ignored defense, A1, and then she has this passive, and then she has the other one that increases all skill cooldowns. So she's really good. I just sleep on her. Succubus is one of my most used because she has attack up, defense down. I built a bunch of them for Guild Wars. She's amazing. You guys know that. Destructive Idol I just use in Guild Wars. He's amazing for Guild Wars because he reflects damage, and he puts a damage reflection up on somebody else that you want to protect. Lynch, I pretty much use for farming, and I pretty much use for Thanatos, and pretty much everywhere. Lynch is really good. Like, I don't think people realize sometimes he's a 4-second farmer. I use him as a farmer. I used to use Loki, but I use Lynch again because I'll show you his overall stats. He's a 4-second farmer. He's like probably the fastest farmer in the game. I know there's Spider Queen and other ones can do it too, but he's probably the easiest one, like rune-wise, to get him, because you don't need that much crit damage. You just need a lot of attack to get him to be able to be a 4-second farmer. And he's really good in Thanatos. He always gets he's always at the top of the devotion list. Olger's just really good for Vapor and Guild Wars because he has that skill where he just keeps hitting over and over again, but you can use him anywhere. You can use him in any, Colossus run. He's just good. He reduces energy. He puts up a burn, and he takes a million turns. What more could you ask for? Swordsman, same thing. He's known for this passive right here. He just keeps giving your team more energy, which gives your team more turns, so he's usable everywhere. I hope I'm not boring you guys. I want to like, everyone's just been asking me, like, where do you use all your monsters? Like, it'll really help if you let us know where you're using these monsters. So that's what I'm trying to do. We're almost done. Don't worry. Now, as far as the wolves go, Cybrus, and I believe his name is Shadow Wolf, I pretty much use these both in Lair, and then I use them in Guild Wars, but they're really good. They hit really hard. They're both usable in Hydra. They're pretty much usable anywhere. They're really good nukers, especially for 3 stars. They're very easy to get, very easy to skill up. Harpy is another one. She's good everywhere. She's got a speed lead. For evil, she's got a energy boost. She's got a heal. She's got a bleed on her A1. She's good everywhere. You can pretty much use her anywhere. Wyatt, pretty much the same thing. She's just AoE defense down. I believe her A1 has a slow on it. Yeah, she's another one. She's just really good. I kind of grew out of her, but she's easy to skill up. So if you need something with a defense down, it's good to have it as a backup. Mummy, I used more early game. I kind of grew out of him, but he's really good too. He's got, Poison Machine. So if you don't have Medusa, he's a really good filler, except he doesn't have the control, but you can put him on like a stun set or something like that and get that control out of him. Shield Guardian, I told you guys I'm building because he's just amazing. Like, when you read his kit, reflects damage, puts this shield up, and then every time somebody hits him or hits the person with the shield, he restores 10% of allies' HP. So he's really good to counter cleave teams. And like I said, I'm going to pair him with this one here, and she reflects damage. I feel like that's just going to be a great team and a really hard team to nuke down. I'm building a second Lynch for Thanos because I'm really trying to up my Thanos numbers, which we'll go into in a second. I'll show you guys some Thanos runs. And then this is all this stuff is my 4-second Bone King team. And then just all this stuff here I'm pretty much building for Guild Wars. All these second copies are pretty much for Guild Wars. 2 Elven Queens are actually be good on the same team because you can use one like this with this build, and then you can use one with this build. So it's like I want to test some stuff out with that, so that's why I built my second Elven Queen. She's amazing. She's just amazing everywhere, so you can definitely get use out of 2 of them. So that's pretty much it for the box. Let's evolve this. Now, I hope this helped you guys, like, just in like understanding like where these monsters, why I'm building these specific monsters first and where I'm using them. A lot of it has to do with Guild Wars. There's a second pirate working on him for Hydra because he just has this passive. I don't have him on the right passive, but this passive here is just such a good passive for Hydra because every time an ally takes a turn, he takes a turn, which stops the Hydra from, doing whatever he does, that mass damage or whatever it is. I forget. I have to read it. Spaceballs is an epic fail. There's our Bone Kings. Building our second Cleo. Barbarian we're building for Guild Wars. Everything's about Guild Wars. I'm just so Guild War focused. See if we can evolve our Shield Guardian as well. Let's get that out of the way. He's so good. I want to build the second one so I can put 2 on the same team. And then pair him with a Paladin and the Chemist. There's my dogs fighting in the background. He looks really cool too. So that's pretty much it for the box, guys. That's pretty much it for the box. For the last week or so, I've just been grinding Magic. Lair, I'm always grinding Lair. I've been grinding some C12 for my Agile runes. And I just really been focusing on Thanos, Inferno, Guild Wars, and Arena. And then I just do Lair and C12 on the side for this week. I'll show you here. We finish our Inferno every 3 or 4 days now, whatever it is. We make sure we finish this because you get LD pieces, you get some gems. So it's just extra rewards, good to have. I'm going to do a video on this, the next reset. I'm going to do 1 through 15 on a video. It's going to be a long video, but I'm sure you guys will appreciate it. And let's do some Thanos runs for you guys. Now, up until yesterday, I was getting really low numbers, so I just started working on this because of Yuki. She makes you really want to work on your you know, on your Thanos stuff. Like before this, I really didn't like the only thing you needed Thanos for was locks, but it was so hard to get the top 10 anyways that grinding it like really hard just didn't make sense, especially for like an early to mid game player. It's more of like I thought it was more of a late game thing. But if I would have known Yuki was coming to the game, I definitely would have grinded it a lot sooner. But now we're pretty much getting over 4K for like the first run or two, and then around 350, which I will show you guys here. Now, the one thing I want to check out now, I don't know if my Zeus will do more damage than my Azura. Let's try it this way, because yesterday we did it the other way, so I want to see how much damage this does. Let's check it out. Skip it. No, my Azura does more damage. Yesterday we did 416 or 417. So I'll show you the devotion. You see Lynch King. For some reason, he is always at the top. Lynch King always does the most damage. I believe if I have my Eve on a speed slot too for speed, you know, nuking. And same thing with my Loki. I want to switch them to attack slot twos eventually because I feel like my damage will just go up in tenfolds. I feel like defense, HP, and attack do more damage than speed. And then same thing with crit rate on slot 4, and same thing with like I think resistance and hit percentage. You always want to have like defense, HP, or attack. So I'm gonna check into that soon. But that's pretty much it for Thanos. Thanos is really easy. You just grind up your runes, grind your runes out, and build a bunch of lynches. Because the more lynches you have, I feel like the more damage you're gonna do overall. And as far as like, I really need to start focusing certain teams. That's my biggest thing here is I just use a bunch of random monsters. And I really think if I put some teams together, like if I got a lynch on each team, I could really get my numbers where they need to be. Because I only have 5 attacks right now. That seems very low. I've seen people that have like 10 or 11 attacks. So we're definitely sleeping on that part of it. It just comes down to just doing it really, because I always have so much to do between the account reviews, summons, and like I always feel like this 362, this was higher than my other one. So what I really need to do here is pay attention to the devotion and get all of the highest ones on the same team. Like every time whoever has the highest devotion, you move him up to the front, and then that's how you get the, you know, the highest damage numbers and like the highest monsters that are doing the most damage on the same team. So that's something I need to start paying attention to. For now, I just want to unlock Yugi. That's all I want to do. So once I do that, I'll start worrying about this more. You see, like now this run is almost the same. I'm pretty much right in the same area of damage. And I feel like if I put better teams together, I could be even higher. It's just about, I don't want to say the word laziness, but because it's not that I'm lazy, it's just that I between just life and everything else, I just never really have the time to really focus. But that is no excuse. I should be getting it done. Okay, so that's that for Thanos. 7. I think we should get a new attack with this. 7. That's the highest damage I've ever done. I think my last was 5K. And like you see here, like, where's the rankings? Fwa is just insane. It's almost at 30K. Followed by JRMX. But he's just like worlds and worlds away from everybody else. It's insane. I think he just has a bunch of Lich Kings built, and that it just helps so much just to have. If you have like 5 or 6 Lich Kings, like just one team of Lich Kings, you are gonna do so much damage. Now everybody was asking me, I want to answer some questions. What's the best farmer and the easiest farmer? We kind of went over that before, but I want to show you here. I would say the Lynch is probably like the best farmer, if not this. He's up there. He's 1 or 2. Because he's probably the easiest one to get to the numbers where you can one-shot this one here, the 3rd stage. Because some monsters can't one-shot that monk on the first turn. And I feel like it's a lot easier to get the Lynch to be able to do that than most other farmers. So I think that's what makes Lynch probably like the best farmer in the game. And he just keeps resetting his 2nd skill. And it's just 4 seconds. 4 seconds. As you guys can see here, he just blows through this stuff. 1, 2, 3, no problem. 4 seconds every single time. and it's consistent. It's not like the Spider Queen. Sometimes the Spider Queen can do crazy things and it's not consistent. The Lynch is consistent. He does it every single time. Once you get him to that number where he needs to be, he is going to one-shot the stage in 4 seconds every single time. And I think that's why people say the Lynch is the best farmer in the game. Now, if you have Spider Queen, she works great too. I mean, there's a bunch of other ones that you can use. But this is why people say Lynch is the best, because he's consistent and he's very easy to build. So that's who I use for my farming. Farming just goes by so fast. So that's pretty much what we've been doing, because I've just been grinding up Guild War monsters. It's just like the story of my life. And then Arena, I don't really focus on it too much. I should be. I don't. I need to really start working on my totems. I finally started saving up some, at least. It's better than having 0. Did I even buy my Devilmon? Yeah, I bought my Devilmon. Devilmon. Oh, I know you smiled. Skill Cat. I bought my Skill Cat. I know that made you smile, though. I'm still doing it. What is it? 14 weeks later, and we're still saying Devilmon. 14 weeks later, and we're still saying Devilmons, guys. I don't really buy anything from here. Not from there. I buy my rune from the guild shop because I finished Athena. I finished her first, and then I started buying the rune to make sure you unlock her first, and then you can start buying your Ascension Cat and your rune every single week. You see, you start really saving up points anyways because you got nothing else to spend them on. Honor, I don't really spend anything. I bought back my L&D converts, the ones that I spent the other day trying to get Joan. But other than that, there's nothing else to really spend this, your Apex coins on. So why not? Why not buy them? Because there's nothing else to spend it on. And that's it. I usually reshop this for 2 stars. I refresh this for 2 stars so I can finish my growth plan. I'll show you my growth plan in 1 second. Let's just do one arena run. I like to show you guys everything because the grind is definitely real. This is like everyday grinding, guys. This is me doing this 18 to 20 hours a day. We don't sleep on this channel. I don't even think I slept yet. I honestly don't think I slept yet. After I put this video up, I'm definitely going to take a nap. So for this, I would just nuke this. I either use my tank team or I could use my tank team for this too. It would work fine. But I'm pretty sure I can outspeed this. Watch it. I'm probably going to get outsped now. I'm pretty sure I can outspeed it. But if I can't, I'll switch over to my tank team, which will work just as good. These videos just fly by. We're like at 27 minutes already. Okay, I either use Loki, Eve, or Zeus. They all work just as good as each other, so it doesn't make a difference on which nuker we use. I like Loki because he takes 2 turns, and he has a freeze. He has a chance to freeze. See? No problem. We use Enchantress to lock out the Windwalker, speed buff, and then we auto. That's pretty much my arena for now. We're actually pretty high. We must be getting some defense wins. Not too many. Couple. Got 3 in a row here. But we're still kind of low, so you can't really count these as anything. Until we get up to like the 1700s, then you'll really know how good your defense is. Okay. Spire, I'm really going to start working on the Spire soon, guys. I want to start. The only reason I don't do it, and I really want to unlock the rest of my energy, I just want to make sure that I do this on video for you guys. And I made the mistake of when I first started playing of just unlocking everything, when I should have just went straight through and unlocked all the energy. And I made the mistake of buying these outside ones. So if you guys are new to the game, make sure you unlock the middle ones, which that one's speed, but these middle ones here, which is the stamina, the energy, make sure you unlock these ones first before you start buying these ones on the outside, because I made that mistake and now I'm regretting it because we could probably have this one unlocked already. But I'm going to do it soon. I'm going to do it soon so we can make some videos. Coming soon. Spire coming soon, guys. Coming very soon to a theater near you. Vapor I always finish. I don't know why I didn't do the Mountain King. I can do the Mountain King. I think it's just I didn't feel like doing it. So, and I think I did the same thing on hard. Yeah, I did the same thing here. I can do 95. It's just I just wanted to get to 100. I'll probably do it later tonight. Just finish it. I don't know. Sometimes it's just about taking up time and like I actually have to sit there and manual it. So sometimes I just skip it just to get my my legendary and my LD, which we're gonna do the LD at the end. I'm not gonna forget the legendary and the LD, and that's pretty much it. And then we do catacombs, we do magic, Hydra's coming soon, guys. Don't worry. And Colossus. I pretty much been trying to get a bunch of agile sets. I'll show you guys here because I have all these windwalkers, so now I need a ton of agile sets because I don't want to keep switching, the runes back and forth. It gets annoying. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for the box. Pretty much it for what we're farming. So we're going to get into the giveaway. For this, I either nuke it or I run a safe team. It all depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm at work or something, I'll run a safe team. If I'm home watching it, I'll run a nuke team. We build Giants team. Here we go. Here we go, Spaceballs. We build C12 teams all the time. So if you guys want to look down below, check out one of the videos. We built so many C12 teams on this channel. I don't need to, go through the run. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I've been doing all week. So this week I've been in Magic, Blair, Campaign, and Thanatos. Those have been my main. That's been my main focus this week. So, and just Guild Wars. Guild Wars I've been very Guild War focused. And it actually makes the game a lot of fun, to be Guild War focused. I'm actually realizing that. But that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Before we wrap it up, let's do these summons real fast. And then we are going to get into the giveaway. And I'll explain all of that in just 1 second. So let's do the legendary first. Oh, should we do the LD or the legendary? Let's do the LD because we know it's only going to be... Actually, we know these both are going to be trolls. We got a gold. I was going to say, what are the chances? What are the chances of pulling a Nat 5? Like, what would the chances have been? I got excited for a second. Then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, no way. Like, it's a gold, but there's no way. Imagine it was like a Deo Lord. I would have jumped through the roof. It would have been so unexpected. But that's usually how it happens. But nope, it's like our 5th Hattori. You don't need him. I'll probably end up converting him down the line, trying to get Joan. I know, why couldn't that be Joan? Would have been so nice if that was Joan. Let's just close out here and start again. I can't believe we got a gold. And it's Hattori. I got excited. I did. I got excited when I saw the gold because I was like a little upset. That's our 18th legendary without a Nat 5. Calibria, fix your legendary rates. They are broken. But yeah, like I was like, talking all this smack, and then all of a sudden we get an LD gold. Imagine if that was a Nat 5. Ooh. Okay, but let's get into the giveaway. Let me set it up on the screen, and I'll be right back. And poof, we're back, guys. Okay. So this is the random giveaway, guys. This prize is going to be a $50 prize going to a lucky supporter that has supported this channel. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to do it completely random. What I did here is I put 1 through 30 on a bunch of tickets. I wrote it on paper, 1 through 30. See if I can get it on the camera here. And I put them in the lucky Bulldog Cup. So now what that means is this video here, Waffles video, being number 1, going through our last 30 videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a number out of this cup. Whatever number that is, we're going to pair it up with the video. And then we're going to pick a comment from that video. And that is going to determine the winner for the random giveaway. I figured this would be the best way and the most randomest way to do it. Don't worry, guys. We have another our 800 sub giveaway coming up probably tomorrow or the next day. And we're going to be doing this pretty much once a month. The prize is going to go back and forth. It's not always going to be $50. I want to do some like random ones like out of nowhere, maybe $10, maybe $5. So I want to have some fun with this random giveaway. But this one is $50. So let's see who the lucky winner is going to be. So let's shake up the lucky Bulldog Cup. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to reach my hand in here. And I'm going to pick out one of these numbers. Okay. And place it over here. As you guys can see here, it is number 3. So that will be our third video. The third video. I figured this was the most funnest and like randomest way to do this, guys. So let me know what you think. So our third video is Chasing the Dream. To make sure the volume's down. So we're going to pick a comment from this video. Let me pause it. Oh, that's when I was going, couldn't believe the luck. We should have got a nat 5. That Hattori we just pulled, guys, that should have been a nat 5. I really do believe that. And it would have been so out of nowhere and so shocking. Like, it would have made my whole day. Like, I would have been so happy today. But that's Calibria trolling at its best. That's like our 5th or 6th Hattori. We pretty much got all of the 4 stars like 3 or 4 times over again. Except for Joan. Joan's the only one we can't seem to get here. So let's fetch. We're not going to include implies. No duplicates. Anything goes. Okay, 46 comments. Now, this is a $50 prize, guys. So good luck to all of you. I love all of you guys. Do not worry. We have the 800 sub giveaway coming. I know, like, I try to do as many giveaways as I can, guys, to, you know, because I love giving back to you guys. It's my pleasure. You know that Spaceballs loves you guys. But don't feel bad if you don't win this one, because we're going to do many more of these ones. Plus, we have the 100 sub giveaway coming. Plus, we're almost at 1,000 subs, which we're going to do a huge giveaway. We're actually going to do a live stream. Once we hit 1,000 subs, guys, we're going to do a live stream on YouTube, and we're going to do a bunch of giveaways during that live stream. So we just, don't worry, guys, there's so much to come. We're going to be giving so many giveaway, like gift card giveaways. Don't worry. Eventually, I hope all of you guys win something. That's the goal. But here we go. Good luck to you guys. Let's see who got it. Godfather Brad. Congratulations, Godfather Brad. You deserve it. You've been with me since day one. You literally have been with me since day one. I appreciate you, brother. You just won 50 bucks. I know you're going to be so happy when you see this video. I'm happy for you because you really have been with me since day one. And you say, why is it so hard to pull Nat 5 LD units? And I agree with you. It's craziness. I feel like after you get your first one, it's almost impossible to get your second and third unless you want to spend like, you know, $2,000-3,000 plus, which a lot of people aren't willing to do. At least I'm not willing to do it. Spaceballs isn't willing to do it. I did it in raid, and I don't want to make that mistake again. Maybe one day we'll get lucky. Maybe one day that Hattori and Arthur and Masashi will be that lucky Titan, Zeus, or Poseidon. But Brad, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. You are our random. I'm like talking all over myself. You are my random giveaway winner. But again, guys, don't worry. Still make sure you're liking, commenting, and sub to the channel, because we're going to do another random giveaway. It's totally random. We can do it tomorrow. We can do it the next day. You never know. So just make sure you're still doing those things. And that's pretty much it, guys. As always, guys, I love you guys. If you're not a part of the Discord and you guys need help, the Discord is in the description. It's on my, you know, my outro. Join up, guys, because there's just so much help there. Everybody's there to answer your questions. There's a bunch of helpful people there. If you're not a part of the random giveaway, make sure you're liking, you're commenting, and you're sub to the channel. We're starting the 800 sub giveaway tomorrow. But other than that, guys, I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Congratulations, Godfather Brad. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.